Hello and welcome back to the one, the only MG Cup series here on YouTube. This week we are at Kansas, and this race is actually on FX this week. And it will be for these next two races, counting today's, and then we'll be back on Fox for our send-off as Infineon is the last race of the Fox half of the season, and we'll be moving over to NBCSN for the rest of the season. But yeah, Jeff Gordon on the pole, Kurt Busch second. Look who's starting in P8. That's Chris Mack in the 86, looking to turn that luck around here today. And I might have just jinxed them because every time I say that, things seem to go downhill for them. But hopefully I didn't just do that. Yeah. Anyways, Jeff Gordon, your pole sitter, he's been very strong in qualifying, but man, Jimmy Johnson, his teammate, just absolutely flies by him in the long runs. Jimmy starting way back in about maybe 20th, I'd say, around that area. So it's going to be a little tougher for Jimmy to get up there, but you never know what pit strategy might bring. As the green flag is out, and we're racing here at Kansas Speedway. And I would like to point out, this is the first time we've been to Kansas since Chris Mack got injured here in that terrible accident. Because I just realized the NR is actually very quiet. So let me turn it up. Hopefully that doesn't kill the volume completely. But they're 3 wide already. But yeah, Chris Mack was injured here last season. Missed the last 5 races of the season. And now he's back. Looking to have a strong run here today as well. 3 wide. Down on the bottom is that 86 of Mack. Trying to hold it as well as he possibly can. Does not want to be up on the top after what happened last year. Looking out for checkups on the high line as these guys like to kind of slide it a little bit. Chris Mack watching out, being extra careful, trying to stay away from Jeremy Mayfield. Here comes Matt Kenseth to his inside as Mayfield checked them up and heading down the front straightaway here. Down in the turns 1 and 2 once again. Chris Mack getting forced high and trying to get back low. Underneath Mayfield, he does contact with Kevin Harvick, who was on his inside, and he is not very comfortable right now. I can tell that because he is all over the place. Just fighting the car, trying to keep it straight here. Big run out of turn 4 to the back bumper of Jamie McMurray, pushing him down the front straightaway. A little bit of bump draft in there. And now they're 4 wide. Oh, and McMurray checks up, and he's going to fall victim to it once again. Up into the outside wall. Caution comes out. Oh, and nowhere for Jeff Burton and the 72 of Tom Hubert to go. And just takes him right out of the race. Man, he cannot escape this terrible luck. And just as we were talking about these checkups, he fell victim to one once again. Jamie McMurray. And then, tell you what, making contact with the car in NR, your car is just like a feather. It does not stay straight at all. And around he went into the outside wall. Nothing he could do. Just a tough, tough break for Chris Mack there. You hate to see it. You really do. Man, you gotta feel for him. But, Tony Stewart, your leader. So there were cars absolutely everywhere. But yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Alright. Well, looks like this is going to be another long race without Chris Mack in it. But lucky for him, in a couple of weeks is Infineon, and remember he won Riverside earlier this year, another road course in California. We're going back to California, back to another road course that's right up his alley. So we'll see how that goes for him. But here comes the 24 of the 24 of Jeff Gordon to the inside of Tony Stewart on the restart. Kevin Harvick looking low. Matt Kenseth's going to try to follow him through. Harvick didn't quite get there, but he did He sure did dive in there and try to take a peek. Single file line for the most part. We are using a new package here as well to since there's no safer barriers to prevent wrecks from happening, at least from happening frequently. With that crazy bunched up package we had last season. So yeah, these guys 3 wide down the front straightaway, and until we get safer barriers installed, this is the kind of racing we'll see. A little bit more strung out. Lots of checkups on the outside line because there is no grip up there yet. Kansas is still a fairly new track. So there's not really many options where to run here, but 98 of top 09, very slow off of turn 4, running only about 170. These guys are running that through the turns, so that kind of says a lot. Hopefully there's no oil or anything, no issues like that on the track. But 3 wide further back here, and they make it out alive. Tony Stewart behind the 17 of Matt Kenseth, your Daytona 500 winner from this season. Just a wow. Thinking back to that race, just a very, very close finish. Like a very close finish. And Kenseth nosed out Kevin Harvick just barely at the line. I mean, I couldn't even tell who won it looking at the call that initially. I had to look at the replay a couple of times to see. But here comes Elliott Sadler having a strong run here today, moving up in the 4th place, now looking at 3rd as he's underneath Jimmy Johnson. JJ gonna have to draft down the back straightaway though. Down to turn 3 once again. Here comes Sadler to take P3. It's about that time. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. And we are back here in the MG Cup Series, and look who's out in front. Jimmy Johnson. So might as well pack it up, boys, because this race is over. Jimmy Johnson. Usually when he gets out in front in these races, he stays there for the entirety of the event. But Jeff Gordon, not going to let that happen too easily. Dale Jr. right there as well. He's going to go to his inside and try to take it. Yeah, try to take the lead right back. But man, Jimmy, I said this before the race, he always finds a way to get out in front no matter where he starts. You could probably put him dead last at the beginning of the race and he'll find a way to be out in front by lap 20. So it's just, that's Jimmy for you. He is awfully fast. Won a couple races last season and then absolutely took off this season. Won about 5 of them this season so far. And Jeff Gordon has only won 1. Here comes Jimmy back to the inside. Kurt Busch right behind Dale Jr. Jeff Gordon pushing his teammate. Gordon looks to the inside. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead here. And out of turn 4, Jeff Gordon's going to have the nose over Jimmy Johnson. And a lot more than the nose now. He about clears Jimmy at the line there. He's clear now. He can slide up if he really wants to. He's going to take a little bit of a wider line through 1 and 2, forcing him up into the less gripped part of the track outside of the groove. And that checked everybody up, not just Jimmy. So Gordon starting to open up a bit of a lead once again here. But these guys, of course, going to try to use the draft. Just because we have a different package doesn't mean the draft isn't really going to be a factor here today. These guys working together, as you can see, on the straightaway. So we've got lap traffic coming up. So maybe Gordon can get a bit of a draft off the top of the line in a 98. Never really know what we might see. And got a back straightaway into turn 3. Off of turn 4. Cars are everywhere. Where is Kurt Busch gonna go? Just gets to the inside of top, but I had to lift a little bit there, as we saw him check up. But look at that flyby off of turn 2, or yeah, off of turn 2. Just beautiful camera work. Got through 3 and 4. Jeff Gordon's lead is shrinking, and look who's running him down. It's Jimmie Johnson once again, and that's Tony Stewart, who got his first win last week at California in the Auto Club 500 over Jeff Gordon. He's right there as well, to the inside. Shoves Jimmy out of line. Jimmy's gonna drop back here. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars that have broken away from the rest of the field. A 6-car breakaway as these guys all fight for position. And Dale Jr., Jamie McMurray, not too far back either. I mean, they're in range of the draft, so they can still possibly work their way back up here if they just run smoothly. And I feel like they could run a little bit lower maybe, and they would probably get there a little quicker, but following the draft, either way, they're going to get there sooner or later. I mean, he's pretty much within a second of Harvick now, as the field is kind of checking up a little bit. Second on back, I should say. They're checking up a bit. Elliott Sattler takes the 3rd spot away. Kurt Busch to the inside of Jeff Gordon, looking for the lead. And it's about that time where we have to take another break here, so we're going to be right back after this. And we are back here from Kansas Speedway. Jeff Gordon, your leader. Kurt Busch still trying to run him down. We got more lap traffic coming up here. Hermie Sattler in the 0-2, as well as the 1 of John Andretti. Are the 2 cars that are going to be going a lap down here. Now on the front stretch, across the start-finish line, here comes Kurt Busch. He's got a big run down the front straightaway, heading into turn 1 and 2 once again, and Jeff Gordon slammed the door on him. Kurt had to check up. Remember, dirty air is a thing here as well. It's not talked about very often, but I believe that was a dirty air block, as 24 cut down on the nose a little bit. Kurt Busch. Now here comes Kurt to the inside. If that was the finish, that would have been closer than the 500 even. But look who's in second now. Jimmie Johnson. Talk about being dominant. JJ. Absolutely flying here today. Flying throughout the season. Looking for yet another win in the 2004 season of the MG Cup Series here. And here comes Jeff Gordon back to the inside of Kurt Busch after Kurt checked up. They're side by side for second. They're going to have to settle that out pretty quickly if they want a shot at catching Jimmy again, because he might just start scooting away, and they do sort that out, so good on them. Further back, side by side for P4, Dale Jr. taking the position away. Every spot matters, and you're seeing that from these guys here today, the way they're racing. Jeremy Mayfield, they're going to go 3 wide through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, Ricky Rudd to the inside of both Mayfield and Waltrip. That's for 20th place. Or actually 17th or 18th, I believe. So yeah, as I said, every position matters to these guys, as we're approaching halfway, or we are halfway through the race now. So yeah, this race going by pretty quickly. Jeff Gordon back to the inside of Jimmie Johnson. And unfortunately, it's that time once again. We have to take yet another break. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Green flag pit stops are underway here from Kansas Speedway. And Jeff Gordon, I believe, has already completed his stop. Yeah, he has. Now we're going to see where Jimmy Johnson comes out. Just leaving his box here. On board with that 48 machine. Visor cam there. These guys do like to slide it a lot through 3 and 4. I'm not sure how they hang on to it each lap. But Jimmy Johnson came out with nearly a 1-second lead over Jeff Gordon. He's got Kurt Busch right behind him. If these two can work together, Dale Jr. back there as well. If these three can work together, they can possibly catch Jimmy. I mean, he's all alone. He's by himself with no draft, no help whatsoever. So, obviously, these three are going to be faster than just one. And they're going about 3 miles an hour faster down the straightaway. So, you can see the draft in effect. But here comes Kurt Busch to the inside. Cars going down the front straightaway there as well. It's going to be quite a minute before, quite a while before we see lap traffic again because of how far away from each other they are. They're just now getting in a 3. Jimmy's coming off a 2 and they're coming off a 4 right now. So yeah, about half a lap separates the leaders from the first lap cars that they'll have to encounter. It'll take them quite a minute. Why do I keep saying that? It'll take them a minute. It'll take them quite a bit before they catch them. Quite a bit of time, I should say, before they catch them. And here comes Jeff Gordon. Speaking of catching people, Jeff Gordon has caught Jimmy Johnson and now is looking to the inside. That got very close. Jeff got very loose right on the inside of that 48. Slid it, and I'm not sure how he saved it. He was way sideways. I thought he lost it, and I thought he was wiping out his teammate with him as well. But he somehow hangs on to it and takes the lead off of turn 4 through 1 and 2. Here comes Dale Jr. as well with a run. Kurt Busch to the inside of Jimmy Johnson off of turn 2. Down into 3 and 4 once again. And Jeff Gordon just gave everybody a heart attack right there. So now we're able to see what these guys can do in fresh rubber. So they're all fighting for it here. Elliott Sadler further back, 5th place. Jamie McMurray, P6. Kyle Petty is a lap down. So is Ken Schrader, but they're right there behind the leaders. Here comes Dale Jr. Or here comes Kurt Busch, I should say, with Dale on the inside of Dale Jr. Let's take a few onboards here as we crank it up. And that's going to do it for our quick crank it up there. Hope you enjoyed that. As the leader's teammates about made contact once again there. Jimmy Johnson was trying to come back down, get in front of the 24, and just wasn't clear. Jeff was sliding up the track, and he wasn't clear. And they about ran into each other. Luckily, they didn't wreck. But now we're going to catch some lap traffic. That's the 98 of Todd Bodine. Once again, the slowest car on track right now. I'm not sure if he's even making minimum speed. I guess he must be if they're allowing him to stay out on track. I'm not sure what's wrong with that car or why he's going so slowly here. He's usually a little bit faster than that. Come on. Even back markers aren't that slow. Something's got to be wrong with that car, and he's just going to park it right in the racing line. Holds up Jeff Gordon. Holds up the entire field. Or not the entire field, but this entire pack of leaders, and Dale Jr. Jimmy Johnson, sorry. Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson got very close right there. That almost ended badly. Jeff Gordon slides wide. Here comes Kurt Busch to his inside to take the lead. Sorry to hurt that, I had to sneeze, but yeah, side by side for second. Jimmy Johnson is going to take it right back from Jeff Gordon. Here comes Dale Jr. to his inside as well. And the way these guys are fighting for second place might allow Kurt Busch to drive away and win his second race of the season. Remember, he won Talladega earlier this year. That was a close finish as well. Here comes Junebug in the 8 machine. 24, Jeff Gordon following them through as well. And now they're side by side for second. Right as they were starting to catch Kurt Busch. This is 3 Chevys fighting against 1 Ford out in front here. And we've got another lap car. That's John Andretti in the 1 machine. Jamie McMurray in the Dodge back there in 5th place. Elliott Sadler seems to have fallen off a bit. Maybe needs to regroup. Further back, there are 3 Roush racing cars right here in this little group. Biffle in the 16. The inside of his teammate Matt Kenseth in the 17, and there's the 6 of Mark Martin in that as well. And then further back, Derek Cope about got up into the outside wall there. It's Ryan Newman had to get by him. And now looking at his teammate Rusty Wallace, 3 wide. Michael Waltrip is there as well. Bobby Labonte in the 18, having a solid run here today. We look back through the whole pack, and that's it. I'm not sure. Not sure what else to say about that, but looking back at the race for the lead now, Kurt Busch still out in front. Jeff Gordon right here in second, and he's running them down big time with the draft. You're never safe here in EMG Cup Series on a track bigger than 1 mile. The draft will play a pretty big factor. Especially with this package. Or not this package, but with the Michigan package that we'll see next week. Or did I change that too? I really don't even know. Jeff Gordon, your new leader. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jimmy Johnson following them through as well. Kurt Busch back to the inside of JJ. 48 checked up. The 8 checked up as well, right in front of him. And we're then 10 to go, so things are going to get a little bit crazier, I presume. 97 to Kurt Busch, very sideways. There. 3 and 4. Jimmie Johnson starting to fall back a little bit. Maybe just using the draft and trying to lay back here. Come up with a plan to attack. As he's got a big run down the back straightaway. Heading into turn 3. And he looks like he's carrying that momentum. Not sure what he's going to do with it here once he catches these guys, but carrying that momentum seems to be working for him as he runs these guys back down. And now here comes Kurt Busch to the inside of Dale Jr., and he's going to have a run on Jeff Gordon off of turn 2 as well. Jimmie Johnson follows him through and gets to 3rd place. And here comes Kurt down on the bottom. Kurt Busch on the inside got very close to Jeff Gordon there, but Gordon with the runoff on the high side, or the middle line I should say. It's really not the high side. And now here comes Kurt once again. About put the bumper to the back of him. And now to the inside of Jeff Gordon for the lead. Jeff Gordon, ladies and gentlemen. And Jeff is going to go wide here. Here comes Jimmie Johnson. Can he win another race this season? If Jimmy wins this, he is officially OP. Jimmie Johnson to the inside of Kurt Busch. They're side by side out of turn 4. With 4 laps to go here from Kansas Speedway, and things are getting intense. Here comes Jeff Gordon to the bottom. They about went 3 wide as Kurt Busch checked up on the high side. Here comes Jeff Gordon to the inside. Dale Jr. waiting back there as well. And now here comes Kurt Busch with another run. Jimmy checked up. Kurt's got a run. And out of turn 4, he's going to have to draft as well here from Jeff Gordon. Going to have a big run down the front stretch with 3 laps to go here from Kansas Speedway. And Dale Jr. back there waiting in the wings. Things are going to get crazy here by the end. As here comes Jimmie Johnson with another run. Dale Jr.'s on his inside, but he's going to go to the inside of Kurt Busch. They about collided. Kurt's going to check up. So now it looks like a Chevy top 3. But Jeff Gordon, 2 laps to go for him here. As these guys start the battle non-stop for 2nd place. And Kurt Busch back to the inside. It just doesn't stop. These guys will not give up. And they're racing so hard for 2nd. This is allowing Jeff Gordon to just pull away through 3 and 4 once again, coming to the white flag, this time by one more time around for the Rainbow Warrior of Jeff Gordon. And he's opened up about a 3/10 second gap. Kurt Busch with a big run out of turn 2, heading down the backstretch for the final time, but it's not going to be enough heading into turn 3 for the final time. Through 3 and 4. There's a lap car. It's not going to make a difference. Because off of turn 4, Jeff Gordon is going to win his 2nd race of the season here at Kansas. Finally, Jeff Gordon, after so many strong runs that didn't result in a win, he finally brings it home a winner. It's going to take the checkered flag here from Kansas Speedway. The 09 and Johnny Benson going around to finish the race. But Jeff Gordon heading the victory lane. And that's going to do it. So what a win for Jeff Gordon. 2nd win of the season, I believe. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Hope to see you guys next time. And until then, peace.